Yeah, this is black light. This is your motivator, and we got to hurry up and get to it because we got a long way to go in a short time to get there. But we connecting the dots. They say, well, how does this relate to Nipsey? See, we connecting all the dots. We're showing you reason why brothers like Nipsey get took out. See, it's a long-term strategy and a short-term strategy. But the whole object is to dominate the black man and black woman, see. See, we walking around here thinking that we poor. Thinking that we, even though I say I'm poor, I say I'm a poor righteous teacher, but I'm really just saying that as a way to show you that I don't have paper money, that much paper money. But I got a vast amount of wealth in my knowledge, in my vision, in my wisdom, and what's in me and what's Allah gave me to take care of and control. I don't really need money, but when you're in the world, but you got to do like the majority do, but that don't mean your heart is in it. You know better. But sometimes you got to do what the majority do, because when you're out there by yourself, sometimes you might not last long. So what you try to do is educate your brothers and sisters and just give them a peep of what you know, and maybe you could get them to see what you see. I don't want to go all into that, but we're talking about melanin. And watch this video here. Watch this very closely.
Here's Martina Big has radically altered her appearance in order to become a black woman, and this morning has followed every step of her controversial story.
When I was younger, I admired the curves of Pamela Anderson. My next step is going to pump up my lips also. My eye color has changed, my eyebrow color has changed, and I can feel in myself that I'm changing to a black woman. I like the curves of black women, and I want to get them step by step.
Well, Martina is here now alongside her new husband, Michael, and good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining us here today. So, I mean, you look at the difference there. I mean, we have been following your story, and you were never comfortable with your natural appearance, the one you were born with.
I liked my natural blonde beauty, but also it's like tuning, if boys get a new car, they start tuning, and then they say, oh, it's a nicer result, let's find a matching piece, and then it's going to be more and more, and if you see the car they got and they have now.
So it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But what was it that made you realize that you wanted to change?
At first, I only want to have summer tan, and this new medicine, they told us it is will protect the skin against the sun and will make more tan. But at this point, they didn't know that it will work really extreme.
much
For
as
me,
it
it
did.
works really, really good.
So this is the melatonin injection. So this was your surgeon. It cost £170 a go. You've had 3, is that right?
This is why we're going to get some of this in. This is why they're killing us off in the hospitals, giving us the wrong diet, giving us just dumbing us down, keeping us from knowing who we really are. This is why. Something that's about to change. The universe is evolving. It happens about every 50,000 years or so.
Let's go right in. All right, so like the brother said, the name of this particular presentation is Sirius, the Golden Age and the Rise of the Black Gods. First, we have to go into something that's known as precession of the equinoxes. Now, as you do a little research, you'll know that our ancestors, they knew clearly of what's titled precession of the equinoxes today. Just to go into it, equinox precession is the observable phenomenon that every year on the morning of the spring equinox, which is March 21st, one of 2 days in the year that the day and night are of equal duration, the other day being September 21st, the sun appears to rise at a slightly different place relative to the background stars than it did the year before. So as our ancestors would look up at the sky, at the cosmos, they would see that the sky appeared to change. It would appear that stars were moving. Now, it takes between 24,000 to 26,000 years, approximately 25,000 years, for the sun to make a complete cycle through the 12 constellations known as the zodiac, approximately a little over 2.1 thousand years for each constellation. So these are what would be called the fixed stars. Fixed stars. So our ancestors would look up and they would see that the sun would be in a different place every year. And it would move slightly, but we were very observable. We were very observational people, so we can tell it appeared that the stars were moving. But it wasn't the stars that were moving, because these was fixed stars, or what's called fixed stars. So as our sun moves through each one of these constellations, it takes about 2.1 thousand years to make it through a complete constellation, and approximately 25,000 years to make it a complete cycle through all 12 of the constellations. Now, the Western lunisolar model holds that the axis of the Earth is wobbling, slowly causing the backward motion precession through the constellation of the zodiac. So our planet is on a 23.5 degree tilt. Now, Western science, and some people still to this day, suggest that the reason why we see our sun moving through these particular constellations is because of the Earth's wobble, because of the 23.5 degree tilt. However, and you can see in school, they still teach this model. They teach that the sun is in the center and our planets just rotate around the sun as such. I once heard a Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad video where he was teaching how they taught us that the planets moved around the sun. And then once we realized that the sun was moving also, then he said, what is the sun rotating around? We'll go into that a little bit later. Now, our ancestors held a different view. They held the idea that the whole entire solar system was moving, as the binary model holds that Earth is not wobbling significantly, but instead that precession is caused by the entire solar system moving in a curved line through space. So that would be our sun. moving through the universe and dragging the planets along with it. Not a stationary sun, but the whole entire solar system moving. And what is that solar system moving around? There is a second sun or star system that our sun is orbiting, that our whole solar system is orbiting. Our solar system is moving this way, and this new star, or not new star, but second star, second sun is moving that way. So it's actually orbiting each other at a center point of gravitation. And the name of that star system is Sirius, the Sirius star system.
As we go, we're going to get deeper into this. Now that star system and that sun is about 1,000 times bigger than our sun, and we coming close to it. So it's going to heat up. See, when they stole the books from Alexandria, put it up in the Vatican. See, the Vatican know what's going to happen, you know, because they stole this knowledge from us. But they kept us dummied down. So when you know something's going to happen at a certain time, but the people don't, you know, you can manipulate their minds any way you want to, knowing that this is going to happen at such and such a time or around that time. And so you see they're experimenting on that woman who made herself black. She's an experiment, see. And they're getting the melanin from black people, from original people. That's not all we got in us that they getting, that they need, that they lacking, that we got. You know. But we don't know. See, we black gold as far as they are concerned. We the real resources. This is the real reason, you know, that they make they money. We the resource. But we don't know it. They feed off of us like vampires, sucking blood. Just take enough blood to keep us weak. To be continued.